there were, I guess, people that didn't like what Tichina Arnold had to say. Tichina Arnold has always come across as very fair to me. I don't think that she dislikes men. I don't think that she dislikes women. I don't think that she's a mammy, even though the people that use that term don't even know what it means. They have misused that term. I see, and I be hearing these females here on YouTube misuse that word, but claim they're educated. How are you educated, but you misuse the term mammy? You worship Caucasian men, and you take a term that was, which is the definition of worship, and you try to put it off on melanated women who actually respect melanated men and that want to be with them and may defend them. That's how I know a lot of y'all aren't educated. A lot of y'all are dumb. There's nothing educated about you. Make sure y'all like the stream. Y'all misuse words and then claim you're educated. Claim you're successful when you don't even use terms properly in their proper context. That's probably why your relationships constantly fail too. Also, the not getting healing from the trauma. But, it doesn't help that a lot of these chicks say a lot of things and they want sympathy. Then when they get called out, they want to drudge up sympathy. We're not going to care at that point. We're not going to care about your past. We're not going to care about the issues you've had because you've already burnt that bridge. A lot of these heifers are burning bridges every day to the point that we don't care what you went through. Let's look at what they had to say about this Tichina Arnold. This is the tweet that she put up. We're going to come back to that. But this is according to Yahoo. It says, out of all the black celebrities to become Twitter's main character of the day, beloved actress Tichina Arnold was probably low on everyone's list, but the possibility has now skyrocketed into our current reality. Arnold was roasted alive on Twitter for her statement about black men being emasculated. In her view, in American society, she tweeted, honest question, what can we as black women in America do to stop aiding in the emasculation of black men in America? Now, you would think that this was harmless, but to your average Americanized black woman, black men are the enemy, okay? And we don't see them that way, but they see us this way. That's why I say it's a one-sided gender war, because a lot of these mentally unstable, trauma-having heifers get online every day looking for a black man to attack. But they don't attack the people that have hurt them over the years. But they want to get on here and attack people that they don't know. You attack this woman over a question. All you had to do was answer and go about your day. But that's not enough for a lot of you mentally unstable heifers who clearly have psychological issues. You blame the wrong people for your trauma. Tichina Arnold didn't hurt you. Some regular guy on Twitter didn't hurt you. You need to confront the people that have hurt you. That's what you need to do. Instead of getting online and attacking this woman, because there is a lot of emasculation of black men in general, I would say, but mostly black men in America. I mean, every time you turn on a TV show or movie, they try to depict a black man as either gay or having them in a dress and a wig. These are questions that should be answered because women do aid in this. Women do aid in this. I told y'all the story about one time I was in the store and there was 3 black women behind the counter, right? And they were talking about how they were upset that people didn't like the fact that Lil Nas X had come out or whatnot. And they didn't understand why people maybe have felt some type of way. People felt like he was being used to emasculate black men. They disagreed. But then they will claim that their boyfriends are not bi or gay or, what I'm saying? Everybody's gay except for their boyfriend or husband or side dude. Have y'all wanted, or their sons? Definitely not their sons. Everybody else, they support the gay community, the alphabet community, but you better not claim their son is gay. You better not claim their boyfriend likes women and men, or they gonna feel some type of way. Everybody else, they're okay with everybody else being gay, but not their sons, not their husband or boyfriend. And the thing is this, instead of attacking Tichina Arnold, y'all need to be attacking the fact that these males are being allowed into women's sports, but y'all don't say nothing. Y'all allow it. Y'all allow these males to erase you out of sports, but then you claim you want equal pay when it comes to women's basketball and women's soccer, but you're allowing males to be in female sports and to dominate. As you can imagine, her followers had a lot to say on the topic, chief of which being that black women don't have to be the ones to save black men for their personal mistakes. Well, that's not what she's saying. What she's saying is, how can they help as far as the propaganda? That's what she's saying. But because a lot of these black women get online every day to attack black men because of the trauma that they refuse to address elsewhere, they want to address that trauma online by projecting it on somebody else. They want to attack Tichina Arnold. What about us as black women? Wrote another. Where is the protection and respect for us? You can start by taking back this insulting, unequivocally asinine question that is completely devoid of any actual historical context to back it up. Added another commenter, because history has shown time and again that the black women have been the ones protecting black men, and what do they do for us? Black women have never, ever been the protectors of black men. The only black males they've been protecting is their grown sons who they baby and allow to live in their home until they're like 40 years old. Those are the only men you've been protecting. You don't protect the black men in your neighborhood. You don't protect the black men that you work with, that you be trying to get fired from the job, right? So what black men have you heifers been protecting? The only black men you protect is the black men in your family, probably your sons who do crazy things, and you defend them. How many times have we seen mothers defend their sons committing crimes? Those are the only black men a lot of you protect. Y'all don't protect black men who just being black men. And they're going to say, well, Jaye, what about Black Lives Matter? What about Black Lives Matter? They haven't saved anybody. They've been taking money from black people, and they've been toasting to the fact that George Floyd's death was able to get them to make money so they can buy a $6 million mansion out of the many couple of mansions they've bought. One of the male commenters seemed to agree with the women, of course, because he probably is a limp wrist male ally. He's a perfect white knight. He's a perfect white knight. That's what he is. He's a perfect white knight. I appreciate the gesture, Ms. Arnold, but I don't know if that is your responsibility in or of itself. Emasculation is a subjective construct. How is it a subjective construct? Black men are being emasculated, and they have for many years. You just feel like it's an attack on who you are. Trans women, gay men portrayed in the media, independent black women, none of this emasculates me. My manhood isn't fragile. He's one of these perfect white knights. I've told y'all, you got these perfect white knights that fly in with their sword and shield to talk about how much their manhood isn't fragile. That's because your woman, if you like women, is probably taking care of you. Another male commenter wrote nothing in response to Arnold's question, adding that black men should stop treating emotions, asking for help, being LGBT, not being the breadwinner in a relationship, and liking untraditionally manly things as emasculating. If you as a man is gay and you like other men, I don't think she's talking about that as emasculation. She's talking about the portrayal of men. when you see a woman beat up her son in public and she get praised for it. Her son is a teenager. He's damn near a grown man, and she's beating him up to drag him away from some type of, I would say it was a protest. I think it was a protest. Y'all remember that woman that got praised for slapping up her son, right? I've seen women belittle their own husbands and boyfriends, talk crap to them, question their manhood. That's what we're talking about. No one cares that you like males, that you're a male that likes males. We're talking about how women have treated men in the company of other people, even in private. We're talking about how the media emasculates men, putting them in dresses. And these are straight men I'm talking about. Not men that like to wear dresses. I'm talking about men that traditionally, they're not with the wearing dresses and wigs and makeup. And they're having to make fun of themselves. That's what they're talking about. Others also comment on how the question about emasculation sounds like a covert discussion about homophobia and transphobia. Another added, can we please start calling these emasculation conversations what they really are, homophobia? I mean, she didn't even say that. You're assuming emasculation means homophobia. You're assuming that. That is you assuming that it's homophobia. Therefore, you're homophobic. But some people actually answered Arnold's question under the assumption that there is more sinister plot at work to keep black women and black men from uniting. I mean, the way that we attack each other, it seems like that plan has been completed. If there is a plan, right? Another wrote, as you can see by the comments, sis, the hate for us is real. Either we hate ourselves, created by white supremacy, you hate us, more white supremacy, or society as a whole. Maybe even the planet hates us. Again, white supremacy. Love us as you love yourself. Well, we do have a lot of self-hate that we refuse to address. Let's get to this. This was the response that she had towards all of the estrogen energy that was in that other tweet. Still reading comments. Two thoughts. One, despite all, I will never be fearful of asking anyone questions. Two, the black man and the woman needs to heal together. We are up against a plethora of odds that are continually stacked against us, but it won't change my love for all of us. But you see, you got to understand something. Tashina. A lot of these people don't love themselves. A lot of the people that's attacking you don't love themselves. They hate themselves. They pretend to be on some female empowerment, but what it really is let's gang up on black men, because I was hurt by a black man and I wasn't able to heal from that. So I don't think there's any good black men. Meanwhile, she has like 3 kids by black men. She's probably currently in a relationship with a black man, but she gets on here and she tries to disrespect black men. That's the weirdest psychology I've ever seen. You got black women that support divesting, but they're with some dusty black male. A black male that without her, he would be nothing. He wouldn't have anything. He'd be a bum, probably a bigger bum than he already is. And, without her, he's nothing. But then they get on here and they want to down talk black men. When you lay up with one, you have to kiss them in the mouth every night. You have to, you lay down with him. You know? Shout out to everybody that's here, man. What's good, Steven? Cali girl, Sarah. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. That's where we at with this, man. Like, heal your trauma. Heal your trauma before you get on YouTube or social media and say the stuff that you're saying. Because let me tell a lot of you melanated women something. Black men have been moving on for years. A lot of black men haven't. I know there are black men that haven't dated a black woman since the early 2000s. They don't deal with black women. They don't. They don't care to. They don't want to because of this attitude and this weird psychology that you have. This love-hate relationship you have with black men. You don't like black men, but you like Black Dizzy. You love that Black D. You cannot stay away from it. But you get online 6 days out the week and you want to trash black men. But when you get horny and lonely Saturday nights, guess who you calling? That same dusty beta male that you've been talking down on for a year, not for years, yeah, for years, for months, right? You call him in the middle of the night, or you hopping on some dating app to get that Black D that you claim you don't want. But us as black men, we know the difference. Listen, we have all the secrets. All you divested heifers, we know. We know a lot of you are cap because you calling us to get the D. See, we as black men, we have all you heifer secrets. We know everything. But we don't say nothing. We don't have to. Because we know you're going to be calling us 1, 2 o'clock in the morning Saturday nights when you're lonely and you're horny. We know who you're going to be calling.